Hi, Drew Singer here from Nitro Pro Racing. Going to do our one of our introductions to tech tips. We put up a poll recently, and you guys requested that we do some more setup advice and tech tips. So we're going to do that with some of our pros. I'm going to start out with one of probably the basics, one of the most important things, which is going to be ride height. So getting that all set up before we even get into the tools, you're going to have your car. And you're going to want it fully dressed. So most guys run it with a full tank. If you want to be super particular, I kind of like to run a half a tank when I'm doing my setup, because you're never really full and you're never really empty. So if I'm setting my car up and I want to get super specific for the track, I'm going to set my ride height up with a half a tank of gas in it, but fully dressed, battery, everything, body on, all that good stuff. So first things first, you got your car fully dressed out, tires on it, the way you're going to run it. And one thing, hopefully before you even got to this part, is you're going to check your car for bind. This is a really easy thing to do with the shocks off, you know, to check to make sure you've got completely clear travel. There's nothing binding up. So the car's going to go up and down smoothly. So you're going to want it super clean. I just came off the track, but I know my car doesn't have any bind in it. You can see it kind of, when you set it down, it raises right back up to the level, and that's going to be super consistent. So once that's done, you make sure you don't have any bind, your car's fully dressed out, you got half a tank of fuel or a full tank of fuel, depending on how you want to do it. You're going to make sure that your camber is set, because if your wheels are off, your ride height's going to be off. So make sure your camber on all your wheels is set up. You've got all of that done, and that is this tool. It's going to be a camber gauge. We're not going to go over camber. We're just going to do ride height this one, but set your camber. And then we've got two tools you can use. This one I like the best. It's a little bit more accurate for me to be able to see where the car's at. Another thing you can use is a dial gauge. You can use a block of wood if you've got one, and you know you're going to keep it set at whatever you're going to keep it set at. But this is a really nifty tool to get. Every click is 1 mil up. They have them for buggy and truck. Supposing your car is going to be at the temperature it's going to be at the track, because that will play a small role in how your suspension is going to act. You can warm it up, kind of just moving the car back and forth like that. And then what I try to do is I'm going to drop it at, you know, probably about 2 feet off. And then wherever it lands is probably a good representation of where your static ride height is going to be. And so what I'll do is I'll come underneath here, I'll get my reading. All right, so it looks like we're at 30 in the rear, and you generally want your rear a little bit taller than your front, or at least level. I generally run mine 2 mil higher in the rear than the front. So when we come up underneath here in the front, we should be reading right around 28. All right, so I'm a little tall in the front. What you're gonna do to adjust that is you're going to turn both of these the exact same, right? So if you're going to do 2 turns, they're marked. So that's 2 half turns. 2 half turns, you want these to be even. And then you can set it back down and recheck. All right. Looks like we've dropped a little bit too much. So we're going to come up half a turn on each of them. And then I'm just going to unload the springs, press it back down, bring it back up, drop it, and then recheck it. And then also, one thing to note is that underneath the front of your car, there's going to be a kick up in the front. So you want to measure, like in your rear, on the flat part. So where this kicks up, you want to make sure that you're beyond that, right? Anywhere beyond that, and you're going to get a pretty good indicator of where the front of your car is at. All right. All right. Yep, and that gets us at that 28, 29. So that's how I set my ride height up. Again, you know, there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I felt like this is the best way for me throughout the years to do our ride height. As you know, we have a plethora of pros that we can choose from. Let us know who you would like to see and what you would like to see from them in the comments below.